Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a book unhauling. I mentioned in my last video that I pretty frequently unhaul books, but these books are different because I've actually had these books for years. It's books that I've just read from when I was younger. I've always kept them. Anytime I've changed bookshelves or I've even moved apartments and stuff like that, I've always kept these. But now that I read more and now that unhauling isn't really a big deal to me, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of them. I don't think I'll ever reread them, so I'm not too concerned about that. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting rid of some. So the first book I'm unhauling is Charlie St. Cloud. I loved this book. It's the, I forget what it's called, but it's like when the paper's like that newspapery kind of thing, and it's smaller. I love the book, love the movie, but I definitely won't ever reread this. I've had moments where I like want to watch the movie again, and I've watched the movie a couple times, but I've never wanted to reread the book, so I'm gonna be getting rid of Charlie St. Cloud. The next book is The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I loved this book. Same thing. I love the movie, love the book. I think there is a little bit more detail in the book. I want to say there is. Like, you kind of understand the breakdown a little bit better in the book than you do in the movie. But same thing, I just don't ever think I'll reread it. And so I am putting these in my little free library. And so I'm just putting them in there so somebody else can enjoy. This one's in really good condition. I want somebody else to enjoy it. Next book is Gathering Blue. And I actually read this one before, I think in 6th grade or 7th grade. No, it might be 7th grade. You're assigned to read The Giver. And I read this one before and I loved it so much. I actually kept this one a couple times if like I ever unhauled books. I kept this one a couple times because I thought maybe I would reread it because I don't fully remember the story. But I just don't think I will. I have a bunch of new books and rereading personally is not something I like to do. I just feel like as I'm reading it, I start to remember like, oh yeah, I read this line before, and it just doesn't interest me. So if there is any books that I'll reread, it's probably some of my newer ones, and so I don't think I'd reread this one, but I loved it. The next one I'm picking up is My Dark Vanessa. If you guys saw in my last video, I actually could have used a physical copy. I didn't even need the picture, but I'm getting rid of it. It was a 2 out of 5. I think I said I don't really like it. It's in really good condition, and I know that you can sell books like on Pingo Books. I've tried it a couple times. I just noticed that they sit in my bookshelf longer than I would want them to before they ever sell, and a lot of times they don't sell, and then I just have to go put them in the little free library box anyways. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put them in there. Whoever wants to pick them up can pick them up and enjoy them. So my next book is Me Before You. I have a lot of major motion pictures. This book is super cute. I actually took this book with me to Nicaragua, and I remember we went to a pool. It was like a water park, and I remember reading it on the side of the pool, and I started crying out in Nicaragua, and I couldn't even cry as much as I wanted to because I was at a water park. But super cute book. I really like it. Love the movie. Again, I've had moments where I'll watch the movie again, but just don't ever pick the book back up. My daughter put a book in here, so I guess this is my daughter's unhauling. The next book is The Girl on the Train. Oh my gosh, this book is a great, if you are starting off with thrillers and like you want to try mystery thrillers, this one and probably The Silent Patient, great books to start off with. Absolutely love The Girl on the Train. This one just had me so shocked when I read it. Loved it. It's funny the way I'm talking about books like I really love them, but like I said, these are ones that I've just kept year after year. I really love them. Just want someone to get some use out of them too. Everything I Never Told You, I read back in 2021. So not last year, but the year before. I did like it. It seemed like it was going to be a mystery thriller. Like you want to know what happened to the girl or how it happened. And then at the end, it just kind of lets everybody have like certain revelations. And there's nothing said about the mystery thriller. It's literally just, it was an accident. So not my favorite. Didn't love it. Didn't not love it, but that's that. The next book, I'm getting rid of The Help. And I love this book, but just like all the other ones, I've watched the movie time and time again. Have never picked up the book again. I read this one years ago. I think before even the major motion picture came out. I think that's why I have this version. Because obviously I used to like major motion pictures. But yeah, getting rid of The Help. Next one, Paper Towns. I did like it. Oh, that's Cara Delevingne. Whatever. I did like it. It was, you know, I actually get this one confused with Looking for Alaska. So I can't even I don't really recall what the plot is. I think I'm thinking of Looking for Alaska, but maybe it's kind of similar. Oh, next one, The Handmaid's Tale. I've heard great things about this book, heard great things about the Netflix show or Hulu show, whatever it is. I just personally, the way it was written, it just doesn't call my attention. I tried to read it and give it a chance, and I couldn't do it. I was bored, I was slumped. I DNF'd this, I want to say like October, November time. Just wasn't a fan, which is a bummer, but I think I'll just watch the show instead and see like what the hype is about. The next one is The Librarian of Auschwitz. This one is in horrible condition because my daughter ripped it. And honestly, I probably didn't take that great care of it either, but it literally has, what is this, like wire, that like wire tape mask, I don't know what it is, not masking tape, but that like black wire tape. A decent book. I kind of researched a little bit about this book, and I think it was that the author had interviewed a couple people and about Auschwitz, and what I ended up feeling about it was that he interviewed these people and wanted everybody's story to be heard, but because of that, the book has these like random stories thrown in, but he wanted to like intertwine them with her story specifically, like The Librarian of Auschwitz. And some of it just doesn't really make sense. Like it's just kind of interweaving them. I think it probably would have been better as like a short stories where like he told her story and then told somebody else's story and somebody else's story. But I think he wanted it all intertwined and it just didn't really work out for me. But decent book overall. I did like it in the end. It just, the reading experience was a little hard because of that. Ooh. I am getting rid of Layla. And oh my gosh, no regrets. Getting rid of it 100%. Hopefully somebody that likes this kind of book will pick it up. But basically, I started reading it and I kind of had a sense of what was going to happen. And I was like, if that happens, I'm going to be really upset that I read it. It's going to feel like a waste of time. I don't want to read this kind of book. So I looked it up. I looked up like spoilers about it. 100% DNF'd right there and then. It's not the book for me. If you've read this book and you wanted to DNF and you didn't, you pushed through and that was the ending, shout outs to you. If you like this book, shout outs to you. That's great. Not the book for me. Getting rid of it. No regrets. No regrets. The next book I'm getting rid of, Never Let Me Go. If you watched my last video, it just, to me, I didn't get it. I felt like I was in the middle of a series with it. It just didn't call my attention. I know a lot of people love this author, so hopefully someone who's maybe really into this author or wants to give him a try can find it, but just wasn't the book for me. And then the last book, Water for Elephants. So it's funny because a lot of these books I have memories of like kind of just boring days I'd be reading in my room, and I would be so proud of myself when I finally finished it. And that's the memory I have with this book. Great book. I loved it from what I remember. A lot of these I probably should look up like the plot again, but that's probably as much as I would do, is look it up again just to know what it was about. But I don't think I'd ever pick them back up and read them. But Water for Elephants, it's in pretty good condition considering how long ago I read these. So I'm really hoping somebody finds these and just wants to read them. And haul pretty frequently, but this was definitely more of a like an important unhauling because I love these books. As you can tell, a lot of them I still have memories attached to them, and just they were fun to read at the time. I don't think I'd pick them up again, and so I want somebody else to enjoy them. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any book recommendations, let me know down below because I definitely want to get into some new books this year. There's probably a ACOTAR, not series, but just the first one. So a Court of Thorns and Roses vlog coming up soon. Hope you guys enjoyed watching my unhauling. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.